Giving me an up-close and personal view. And welcome back to the JoAnne Powell Show. I am JoAnne. We are coming to you from the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com, Hollywood. Joining me now to be a part of our discussion, we've been talking about the San Bernardino massacre. 14 people were killed in that incident, 22 injured. Pastor Gerald Thompson is joining me now, and also Dr. Allie. You are entertainment and a mental health expert, and you are the pastor of a church in San Bernardino. So once again, let's talk a little bit. Before we went to break, we were talking about how it's been difficult for some of the people who have gone through this experience to get over it. And during the break, we were talking about sometimes the why is not what you need to focus on. It's the what, and what do you do? How do you move forward? So let's talk a little bit about that. Then we will go into our discussion on holiday blues. This is holiday, so it makes it even worse than normal.
Yeah, there's a lot of resources that people have. The web is a great place to go. There's NAMI, N-A-M-I, that's an organization, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, and they have a million projections into a number of different neighborhoods. So if you need help and you're in like the middle of Iowa, they can find help for you, things like that. Psychology Today, I like to say, is one of the best resources if you're interested in finding a therapist and you have no idea where to start, because they can help you find a therapist in your area, and sometimes they can even go as deep as helping you with your particular insurance. And you can also go to your insurance company and go to their website, and you can type in, what you're looking for, what area, and they can find you therapists. Now with the internet, there's really no limit to finding access for mental health issues. And then on my website, I wrote a blog for our next segment, and in that blog, I have a list of sources that people can click on, and so that's dralliehicks.com. And so anyone can go there and check that out in the blog section.
So what do you tell people? Both of you all kind of work with people during the holidays as counseling to deal with this. When we think of it as a joyous time, as a wonderful time, it's the most wonderful time of the year, as the song says.
That's what they say.
But for a lot of people, it's not so nice. It's not so good. What's going on there? Why are we seeing this happen? We'll talk with you, Pastor Thompson, and Dr. Allie.
Yeah, well, a few reasons. Number one is that not everyone has everyone wants to keep up with the Joneses. And so if they have a son or a daughter, who's in school, and the daughter talks about, or the son, their friends talk about, well, I'm going to get this for Christmas, and I'm going to get that for Christmas, and then they go home and they say, Mom, or Dad, my friends are going to get these things for Christmas. What are you going to get for me, or can I get the same things? And they're not able to. Financially, they may not be able to get those things for their children. It causes pressure, it causes stress, it causes anxiety, it causes depression. Another reason has to do with sometimes, and in this case, as we were talking about with the San Bernardino massacre, I mean, loved ones have died around the same time, December 2nd. Yeah. And so that's 23 days from Christmas, and then the New Year. And so those are some factors that play a very difficult part in making this time of year joyous for many people.
They say 64% of people actually experience some level of a general malaise, kind of a general sadness during the holidays. That's more than half of people, and maybe about 24% of those people are actually experiencing some really targeted symptoms that are more aligned with anxiety or depression. And so some of the general symptoms that some people have is just kind of anxiety, some sadness, some kind of I don't want to say envy, but there is this piece of well, why can't I get my kid a freaking dirt bike, and things like that. And I think there's just a lot of stress to be perfect.
Okay.
And so one of the things that I always say people need to focus on is realizing that perfection it's just not real.
Right.
One year your cake is going to be flat and tasteless.
Yeah.
And just deal with it.
Your gingerbread house will fall.
My poor gingerbread house. Y'all, I tried. And I crushed it in my hand like I was a giant. It didn't work. But you have to, roll with it. Learn to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because, some things are really just funny. If your cake falls because your kid made a loud noise, then just move on. Put ice cream on top of the bad boy and call it a cookie,
It still tastes good,
right?
I'm sure.
And so I think that's one huge thing is loving the imperfections, because that's what makes life beautiful, is the moments when things are different. And one thing I talked a lot about too was being creative. And like, let's say you had a loved one that passed away, or you're living in a city that's far from your family and you can't be with your family. Create new tradition, because sometimes when we fall back on the old traditions that we want to do every single year, they don't always work.
Right.
And so create something new, like you and your cat wear matching sweaters.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Do something, every year that you can fall back on, if that's, going to the gravesite of your loved one, or releasing a balloon for them every Christmas, or making a special cookie just for them, and then you and your kids, eat it together or something. Do something that can add some love and some creativity and some life to the holidays, so that you won't kind of look on it with dread.
Yeah. I like what you said, exactly. Create new traditions, because when they fall back on the typical way of doing Christmas or whatnot, it's going to bring back memories that's going to be detrimental for them. But if they could create new memories, something new, something fresh, revive themselves, renew themselves, it will really change
in their
mindset.
memory.
Exactly.
Not forgetting this person, but creating a new tradition now that life is without them.
Exactly.
Moving forward, but keeping their memory as a part of your life. Because a lot of things I think people may feel guilty as life goes on. You're getting into a routine and you feel guilty because that person isn't a part of that routine anymore, and you are getting on with your life.
Exactly.
So you want to still honor their memory as a part of your life without...
And one of the things, as I always tell my church and people, because I've fallen into this as well, is that we have to realize and remember what's the true meaning, the reason for the season, as they say. I mean, as a Christian pastor, I don't particularly buy into that this is the time that Jesus was born. However, I roll with it, and this is the time in which we can lift up the Christ.
Right.
And people are getting into debt and different things like that, forgetting what the true meaning of Christmas is all about. It's all about family, friends, good food, and just hanging out and lifting up Jesus Christ and what the beginning process of salvation.
Yeah, because, the whole Santa Claus thing, it actually started as a St. Nicholas giving gifts to the poor children, and it just kind of went off to Santa Claus and the North Pole, and, the merchants have just, kind of cashed into that. So it just evolved into craziness.
And we all love to ignore Krampus. When he comes and steals the bad children in the middle of the night, puts them in his sack, and hits them with a stick. Yeah. We've all forgotten about that guy.
I have forgotten about Krampus. Don't forget about Krampus.
Anyway, the traumatic. We're going to continue. I know, less trauma. We're going to continue our discussion about the holidays. Next, I'm going to share with everybody something that has become a new tradition for me, a good holiday tradition, and I want you to share that with me. So you stay tuned so you can find out what it is. You're watching the JoAnne Powell Show.
If you are an adult that began college and has not finished your college degree, let me put it to you straight. If your lifestyle and your standard of living is not becoming to you, then you should be coming to us, Oakwood University Elite Program. We are the fast, flexible adult degree completion program for the busy adult, like you.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098. It's time to leap.
For years, people have trusted McKay's Family Mortuary. We're part of your community and we'll take care of the details. We offer a variety of memorial services, including sea scattering and cremation. According to the Federal Trade Commission, the average funeral cost is over $9,000. We have complete funeral chapel service starting at only $31.25, casket included. Direct cremation starting at only $9.95. Visit one of our 5 locations and meet our caring and diverse staff. McKay Family Mortuary. Let us be the shoulder to lean on.
Thanks to Oakwood University and the LEAP program, I have now a college degree. So to the Spanish-speaking members of this community who feel that the LEAP program is something you should consider, I would say, ánimo a la universidad. Considere el programa LEAP de Oakwood University.
Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098.
Seize the Day Scuba for your best scuba experience above and below the sea. You'll find friendly staff, experienced PADI certified instructors, and state-of-the-art scuba equipment and gear. Join our dive club and we'll help you plan memorable scuba excursions. Immerse yourself. Seize the Day Scuba, serving Southern California. Call 949-220-0500 to create your scuba experience.
When I first started into the program, yes, I had doubts. I was really impressed with Oakwood University, with the faculty and the staff and the student body. It was a really good experience, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who was thinking about going back and finishing their degree.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726